Why your face so ugly?
Jay hit the scene, I be fresh in the motherfucker. Swear to God, I done hit a whole lick. I don't care about the rap money, I'ma get the trap money. Bun sell quick like a whole brick. I be with the shit, so I'ma do a couple things, make sure the money add up, make sense. Yeah, I'll pop a nigga, drop a nigga, rob a nigga, stop a nigga, duck a nigga, buck a nigga. I don't give a fuck by the niggas. Let's be clear. Diamonds that I got up in my ear, stay down for a whole damn year. Let's be clear. I am not one of them, hustle like none of them. Let's be clear. I am that motherfucker. Go off in this motherfucker. Yeah, you a sucker nigga, fuck a nigga, let a nigga be a nigga. I don't wanna see a nigga bluff a nigga, kill a nigga up. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, what's good? Do what they can, I still trap in the hood. Cell phone bang all night, so I'ma get to it all night. And on the weekends, really time to catch flights. With another bitch, nigga, really I might. I never spare a nigga, down nigga, slap a nigga, rap a nigga, trap a nigga, fuck a nigga, tell a nigga, kill a nigga, real a nigga, fuck real a nigga, school a niggas. I'ma bleed a nigga, never feed a nigga, never see a nigga, never need a nigga, cut a nigga, bust a nigga, can't fuss nigga, what's up nigga, untouched nigga.
Why your face so ugly?
Mark Maron, fucking noodle. Bam, da,
I knew he didn't know how short it was, and he's not gonna tell us if we're on. I'm trying to.
I give you no warning. I'm sorry that song ended so quick. You are live.
We're live.
Most songs actually say the.
Yeah, I know. I
time
didn't
they
have
run.
time.
Yeah,
came in
for somebody
late.
being in production, he doesn't look at the time code ever. Just so you know, he's just not.
3-minute songs only.
A 1 minute song? What is that? Like a 80s hardcore band? Damn.
What is that? Is that some new young? Is that some millennial bullshit?
It's called art.
I was
You should
enjoying
Google
the
it.
song too much to pay attention to when it was going on.
Oh, Eric was going
There's-
totally dumb.
There-
Oh, bye, Walter. See?
Oh, it's Walter's gone.
Oh,
It
that's-
detected narc alert. That's a narc alert. When
Wow.
Damn.
dumb shit, it just
Oh.
kicks you off.
Hopefully he shows back up in the meantime.
I mean, look at we now that we are famous, we've hit major press. You know, Walter needs to be on. They need to see him.
Ah,
this is what we're going to have to do until Walter gets back.
What are you doing with your thumb?
I
Jordy?
was between two.
Very
So
distracting. Well, I'm on my
well,
intro rant here about
yeah,
us
go
being
ahead. Continue.
famous.
Continue with your intro.
So what I was saying is that we're fucking. I mean, Robert Zemeckis hit us up. I got his email from Zemeckis. Walter,
My whole thing, my whole computer just reset. What did my screen go black? What just happened?
Yeah, you
Yep.
you fully.
yeah, it was
left.
narc alert.
I'm so
I
glad
feel like it
cannot
might
be
happen again.
blamed
My
for
whole
this.
screen just shut off completely black, and just everything went quiet. It was wild.
I was just saying how Robert Zemeckis, we're so popular that Robert Zemeckis has been emailing us all morning.
Polar
We've
Express
hit
2.
AV Club.
Polar Express 2, the series.
Yes, Polar
Like
Express
the flickers.
69.
Yeah.
what are that?
some
What are the outlets? All because of you.
Yeah.
All because of the chat participating. It started at Comic-Con. If you haven't seen it, go Google. I don't really want to talk about it too much.
Strong Reddit community really pushes the news. Reddit.
Yeah, but I just want to address one thing. That what they said we said about it isn't very in line with what we actually said about it. So
The true fans would know.
It was
check the
was it-
receipts.
Was it from 2017? There.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I mean,
Check the receipts.
3+ years ago.
yeah. But shout out to those dudes. Shout out to Ricky Moranis.
Shout out to the Rick Moranis
Oh,
guys,
those guys,
the AV
yeah.
Club. You know, the outlets.
Maybe cover this. AV Club, cover this.
Yeah, cover the
'Cause
show.
it's about to go down today.
Yeah. Should we jump into it? Do we need to talk about the rules, just in case there are any new viewers who checked out AV Club this week?
Are you asking us?
The rules.
Yeah, like everybody.
Well, no, this was a ding. This was for to bring up the rules.
Oh, you're talking about Eric.
Yeah,
You're talking
hang on a
about
second.
Eric.
It was my second. So the rules. So we really have just two rules. If you are pitching to us and you want us to click on any of your links, it has to be dropped in the Adult Swim chat. And then please fill out the release form. So if we do like your thing and put you on the board, we can actually pay you. So
And we are not stealing your idea. That
Well,
is
yes, that's
not
all in the-
happen with
that's
that
all in
You know
release
how,
form.
Bill Maher does new rules. Jordy does two
the
rules.
same two rules. Yeah,
Two
two
rules.
rules. Two rules. I'll need a graphic for
Did I
that.
spell his name right?
People are asking about Eric Andre.
Yeah, you
Next
fucking
week.
lied to him. You lied to the
Next
people.
C in
You
Zemeckis?
you know, Eric Andre wanted to, because I think he's on the move because he's Eric Andre, and he wanted to do it from his phone. And you know what? We said no. We're not doing it from the back seat of your limousine while you look at people's pitches. You need to respect these people's pitches. So we'll do it next week.
That's how it does. You know, that's development. Things move.
Yep. You gotta roll with it.
You're gonna call? Also,
sure do.
Zemeckis is with a C.
Ah, okay. Sorry, Bob.
It's okay. Hello.
Oh, hello.
You're in a very like curated space.
Hey, yeah, I'm in a clinical trial right now, so sorry if it's a little delayed. The internet here.
Like a sleep. Are you in a sleep trial?
Is this for COVID?
Are you getting the vaccine?
It's no, it's for IBS. So basically, every morning pop some pills and
Wow.
make sure
Huh?
I can feel my arms or whatever.
Wow.
This is
How
how
long
Robert
are you there
Rodriguez
for?
gets started.
10 days.
So you just are
Yeah,
you
but
in
almost
the
out.
room for 10 days?
So.
Are you allowed to like move around the hospital, or how does that work?
No, it's all we're about to move around a little bit here, but the first like 8 hours of the day just stay in bed. So
Wow.
yeah.
I want to
It's,
ask questions, but
COVID
I also
times,
just like
so.
don't want to get myself into trouble because I'm just very curious. But maybe one day I will have the guts to, and that was not a pun.
But it's
Damn.
You got an idea for us? This is great. I love this background.
I peep how you rock.
Yeah.
Hoodie.
No, it's No, so what I'm pitching today is Bananarama, the world's first ever banana man. Essentially, I'm making it right now as like a B movie. But what you can do is do episodic. And essentially it's like actually I'll just show you guys the pitch video and then we can talk after.
Cool.
All right, you got the link for me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the banana guy, says Bunos.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I know. I guess he knew about
Yeah.
you. You've got there's advanced knowledge of this banana business.
So I just threw in the chat.
Hang on, this is real low.
Oh my gosh. What's a banana doing out here?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't need testing today. Bananas are weird. They have such a weird texture.
We're gonna be awake.
Oh, hey, are you
Let's all come
free
together.
stuff?
1 a.m. Adult Swim.
Okay,
Watch
never
us
mind
tonight.
then.
I'd watch a show on
A
banana filled my
Go back to the supermarket.
I am banana. I'll never trust
You get baked into bread.
1 a.m. on Adult Swim.
Hey, you. So, what's your show about?
Well, it was fun. It was a good adventure with all my friends. Such a jolly time, laughing, skipping away with my girlfriend Shelly was Shelly. Oh wait, Shelly. No, it was fun. Ryan? Oh God, it's all coming back to me. What am I doing here? I remember now. Shelly! Shelly!
Please don't
Okay.
do this. I promise. I'll be obedient from now on. Please don't do this. I promise. Please.
All right. I mean, you gotta do something with the banana. We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Hmm.
That is a Beverly Hills Cop reference.
What do you
for
mean
all
banana
those
tailpipe?
heads.
Let's hear him out. I mean, the suspense was truly magnified. What happens, I guess, in the series?
Yeah, so essentially, the creator of the bananas, right, this like god of their world, makes a sketch show, and he forces all the bananas to make their sketch show, as like because of his art. But all of them want to do other stuff in life, right? One of them wants to be a comedian, one wants to be a dancer, one wants to be just have the best world's cup of tea. They all want different things, but the creator's forcing them to do this. And so when the creator finally kills one of their friends, which is right here in this little moment, Shelly, in the name of art, that's like their last straw. And so they all run off to this place known as Paradise. So essentially it's like a Mad Max Fury Road type of structure where they run off to the banana orchard in hope of a better world. But along the way, they meet, like every episode would be a freak of the week. They meet like a new Slarmak the demon, or this other like the fallen ones, which is like dead bananas, and yeah. Anyways, all that stuff. That's kind of the gist of it, I guess.
I think for something that's kind of, obviously inherently a little bit silly with the banana and knives and all this, I think you're putting a lot of concept on something like, hey, Banana's doing a sketch show, or Banana's in like a 30 Rock environment and they're doing a sketch show. I don't know if you need all these other layers. I don't know if you need all these other layers. There's a boss who's making them do this and that. It's like, what are they doing? It's going to be silly a little bit because it's bananas. I don't know how much,
Yeah, I think you're kind of onto something like that. I think the concept sounds cool. I think for the entry point is this banana. We're following his journey. I don't know if I'm sold yet on him just quite yet, but it's a short pitch video, but you got to make this banana really interesting for me to want to follow him through all of this, But we'll check out did you send the deck?
That's in the, oh yeah, I can put that in the chat, yeah.
Great.
I don't know, Walter, where do you think he is on the board?
I mean, he's up top. He's definitely at the top of the board at this point. That first banana had sounded a little bit like a Justin Roiland, a little bit to me.
Did you do the voices?
No, I found all the actors are voice actors from Reddit, just people I've became friends with and started working with. Yeah.
Cool. We'll come back with more stuff. We'll put you at the top. Walter said you're on the top, so I can't argue.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
Right on. Cheers, guys. See ya.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Was that a real background or a fake background?
He was in
I
a
think it was
clinical
legit.
trial. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was legit.
I'm not gonna say that he's not in a clinical trial.
Right.
I have a lot of questions.
scared?
Maybe we'll talk off air.
No,
but-
because I don't want to, dismiss anyone's
right.
You're scared.
medical journeys. I'm not
Calling
scared.
false flag operation.
Then say it.
I'm scared.
I'm
Like,
not
I don't wanna-
scared.
What are you guys so
I just
scared
like
of?
I see
I don't
no
want to
being
say
wrong.
the
yeah,
wrong
I see no
thing.
reason to
Being
doubt
wrong?
him.
Of being wrong or being offensive or both? What?
I guess, yeah.
I just
Both.
don't know. I don't know why it would be like, hey, I don't believe that you're in a hospital right now. Like,
I
what's
wasn't
this
saying-
Because he was saying it with a little bit of tongue. I felt a little bit of the tongue and a little bit of the cheek, so I could, and it didn't look completely. But maybe he is. I was just
thought
asking.
maybe he just was like, more like timely about it. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it while I'm in this situation because it might be funny to him, to your point. But then also I was like, wait a minute, maybe he's just like really has
10
a serious
days.
issue. Yeah.
10 days. That's a
Look,
lot of
I
days.
feel like clinical trials are It's like
In COVID times, 10 days. All right.
spending
Well, I
time-
want to know more, but maybe I'll just have to Google it and learn by myself, right?
about clinical trials.
About what's going on? What's going on, big guy? Shall we take another?
We're waiting
Yeah.
for them to get set up. Looks like someone came in and had technical
All right,
difficulties.
Eric, then ask us a question, dude.
All right, dude.
What's
You can
favorite
send your questions
food?
here.
What's your
But-
favorite dessert?
If you guys
There's
have
probably a lot of
questions,
questions. There's probably a lot of answers
roll
later.
I was
through
gonna
that.
tell you guys. Oh,
Here's one.
never mind.
Jordy has something.
No.
to say.
That was just
Hey,
my news. That's just news.
Hey, what was it?
No. Let's answer this question. Can we pitch film ideas? I think you can, but you're pitching film ideas to TV execs. So.
But have you ever considered doing like a movie of the week style thing, like ABC and Disney and shit used to do?
Eric, is this your question?
No, it's not mine.
He put
I'm
it in.
just saying.
He logged into the tiny CC and just was like, all right, I got it.
There's an Aqua Teen movie out there. You know, we love in the future a Rick and Morty movie.
We've tried to do movies.
Maybe there's some stuff on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But yeah, it's not gonna be the if you pitch a good movie, we're gonna be excited and probably trying to, you know, we know Warner Brothers.
Listen,
First of all, we know Warner Brothers. We know HBO. So, you know.
Put it this way: if you pitch a good movie, we'll figure out a way to not only give you money, but to whittle it down to 11 minutes and 15 seconds.
And make it a dumb cartoon.
Right. I think people have like
shit.
turned features into like limited series, and I do think that you can kind of tell based on the pacing.
Because they try to stress the hell out of it.
Yeah, and it's like
yeah, it's a good doc turned bad in my opinion. It's like all these docs I'm watching that are like such
Good
great
doc
stories.
good docs.
Cam,
what's up, Doc?
Which doc are you speaking of?
I'm watching The Vow right now.
We can talk about it. I don't think that The Vow has that pacing problem, though. I think
The Vow's like 8 or 9 episodes.
Well, I think that
and
first,
it's like 15 years.
but that first episode is so snoozy. And I talked to Jake today about it, and he said, "Yo, it took me forever to get into it." And I gotta say, I made this whole fucking fit.
I'm caught up on it. I'm caught up on it, and I agree. The first one's a little bit slow, and I don't like how they actually play with time, because a lot of times I'm like, what year? Like it's used to fool you and to engage you, but the whole time I'm like, what year is this? When did this happen?
Yeah.
But I am still watching, and I will continue to watch because I'm a little bit interested.
Eric, please cut us off anytime.
What
but
do you think about Christian's rant?
Hey guys.
Oh shit, you look like Paul Rust. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I'm dropping my link in the chat right now. My name is Nick. The name will be under Gentile Fan Club.
This guy.
Do you get Paul Rust or Clark Duke, or who do you get?
Damn, those are two people you get.
Because I get him too. I was gonna say. Who do you get? Sorry,
it's Clark Duke. Oh.
You don't know Clark Duke?
I now know him. I know his face more.
I just want to say, after this show, everyone go Google Clark and Michael, which is one of the greatest web series of all time.
As a matter of fact, as a young development people in here, you should probably know that one too. Don't.
His name. Okay. But yeah,
it's like it was like one of the first like web series.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his name. Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name, and I think you're kind of breaking up.
Oh, my name is Nick. Yes, Nick.
Hey, what's up, Nick? Sorry. All right, you're on.
Glad to be on cam.
Let's watch Nick's thing.
Thanks for coming.
Emotion. Energy in motion. Emotions are just energy in motion. What you say, what you think, what you do, what you feel. It's all just energy in motion. Our brains, nerves, synapses, chemicals, energy. Fight or flight, movement.
Guys, that's really low quality.
Energy in motion.
Not for us.
Kinetic energy. Perpetual motion. Sexual energy. What's this, you ask? Why is Jim so smart? Every morning, first thing, I look in the mirror. You should do this too. And I say, today, I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for me. Today, I am responsible for
Oh, this is the first episode.
This is about 4 minutes long.
Well, shit, you have my attention.
Nick, I mean, look, Nick, you came in here. you shrugged off Cam's attempts to distract you because you knew you had the goods. You can really animate, man. This is gonna be a tough thing to beat already because I was really into what you got. We could watch more. We can talk about it. I don't know.
I would love if we watch some more. Actually, it sort of does the explaining better than I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I think immediately I just want to do the play-by-play for 1 sec because I was thinking like, damn, this character looks weird. They're cool. He's got a good voice. He's funny. The music's good. The animation's good. So you have at least my undivided.
This is actually my voice. The mother right there. I'm doing her, and my friend is doing Jacob right there.
Well, I want to know where this goes. Should we watch like a minute or two?
Eric.
Yeah. Do you want me to rewind?
I think this feels good.
If only there was something we could do, like take advantage of your father's bad eyesight and trick him into giving you the blessing instead of Esau.
Go on.
That's the plan, Ding Dong.
Yes, and I'll create a city so great, every man, woman, and child will bow to me and call me master.
Can I still pinch your cheeks?
No!
But they're so supple.
What are we waiting for? We have a coup d'etat to stage.
Ooh, sounds French.
A little bit about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll drop the, do you just want to fast forward to like the last like 10 seconds or something? Because we're almost done there.
Almost there.
Yeah, it's going to play through while you talk.
Okay.
I just want to know what's going on here before.
What is this thing about?
So I'm putting the pitch Bible the deck right in the chat. I just sent the link. If we could open that up too.
All right, I'll have to stop this.
Let me ask you, and this is with all sincerity, Nick. How did you get so sick?
Oh,
where did you learn? Where did you learn this? Where does this come from?
The animation I just sort of just picked up recently because I haven't had a lot to do during these quarantine months.
Wow.
So this is about 2 months worth of work here. The script is something that I came up with years ago, and I called it Israel, and it was something entirely different. But then I thought, well, if I have that name, I need to have justification for it. So I gave I put the Bible patriarch Jacob in there. But once this episode is done, that's pretty much off the table from there on in.
Okay, so can you give
Sorry,
us
guys,
like
my
a
heart
log
is racing
line?
right now. I watched this show nonstop. The whole time I animated, I watched old episodes of you guys nonstop. I would have Judge Jordy in my dreams telling me that my dream wasn't good enough.
I don't mean in people's dreams. That's not.
I would just hear.
Jordy's upset that she's in your dream. That's
Kang, you know. So.
But give us a log line because we all love what it looks like, and I'm enjoying the voices and everything. But I still don't know what it's about.
All right, so let's go up a little bit on that document there.
All right.
Okay, this calls back to the, Jacob, now in the modern world, meets lawless little men and joins in on their mad little movements. His insatiable quest for tyrannical power is directed first towards, I crossed out the name of these, billion-dollar corporations. And so essentially he's like a would-be despot. And, it's, I lost my track of thought. Anyway, so he's like this would-be despot. And he can't take over the ancient world because now he's in modernity. So what he's going to do is take over these little systems within the modern world, which is his goal. Like he goes to an Amway type organization. He goes to a personal development seminar. He joins a theatrical experimental group. And all he wants to do is essentially become the bloodthirsty ruler of these things because he doesn't quite know how to do it elsewhere. I think down there it says, Jacob, born with the need to conquer.
Okay, and so the first person that we see at the top of this video, is that Chip,
Chip.
or is that someone he like? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was actually thinking that Chip is somebody who is, it says there he's involved in every scam. So each one of these scams, each one of these, complex modern systems that Jacob tries to infiltrate, he's somehow involved in them, in that. He's also a distant descendant of Jacob, which deals with this staff of Abraham, which is sort of the MacGuffin of the whole show. This was essentially just like a 4-minute prototype I did. I had a longer script, but I really don't know how to animate, so I had to make this as short as I possibly could and let you guys know what the story was.
You don't know how to animate. Who put that whole thing together?
Oh, I put it up. I animated everything, but this was like me learning how to do it. It was a laborious process. That Chip thing was it was like I just drew it frame by frame for like 934 frames or something like that.
Wow.
I was going out of my mind.
Look, this is cool. I think you've really thought about it. Seems like you've listened. Very important. I really like that first character, Chip, and I like that, this is about power and like this guy's scamming people. I'm curious what an episode looks like. I know that you made something, so we should probably see that, but what, in a brief summary, take us through like what an episode feels like.
So what I was thinking of the next episode is, am I shouting?
You're
a little bit, but that's
quiet.
I never do these video chats. When I was a child, that's all I wanted was like Jetsons video chats. And now that it's actually a realization, like a
put the mic in your mouth. I like
made
it.
manifest. I don't do it. So sorry. So
No,
essentially, what happens in the second episode would be, it would start at this personal development seminar where somebody is sort of talking about the universe and then how the stars are remote and indifferent to our pain. And that is the beauty of that is that there is no meaning to this life, and so it's up to us to assign a meaning to it. And he's sitting there in the audience, and he just sees these people as a bunch of rubes, and he knows that he can assign a meaning to these people, and in doing so, he'll be able to control them.
Yo,
Okay.
we gotta look at this because you've got the visuals. And you might have the story, but it's tough to get a read on it in the characters. But
that music,
this is impressive visually for sure. And so we need to dig in the story. But you're number one on the board, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't want the bag. I want the deal. There's an episode where you said the deal, Walter, and I want the deal, not the bag.
It's true.
Fair enough. You should have had a banger of a log line.
I'll spend that in like a half hour. I need the deal.
Explain the show in 4 sentences.
Okay.
That's a lot too.
Well, I did in 4
Yeah,
minutes. I think
4
if
is a
you
lot.
watch it again in the 4 minutes, you'll get that. But in 4 sentences, I would say it is about a Machiavellian would-be tyrant who is, the reason he's not the ruler is because he's not actually competent. His mother is the actual brains of the outfit. So he's essentially this delayed man-child type of entity. And he is thrust into the world on his own. And it's these complex, confusing, chaotic systems, and he tries to conquer those. And so it's essentially these sagas. And it's not like a season-long arc. He spends 4 episodes in Amway trying to sell powdered soap. And at one point during that, he realizes that the soap isn't selling itself, so he tries to stage a miracle to make it this miraculous object with healing properties.
I like how you use your commas in those 4 sentences. And I will say, okay, logline, but this is why you're probably gonna win, but you're not gonna get the deal, because if you were gonna get the deal, you would have had that honed in and this character. So there's room.
I do have it honed in, but you gotta understand, my heart is like 200 beats per
way,
minute right now, Walter.
There's a lot of people who can't pitch but are amazing showrunners and show creators. So, and you could be that person. So we're 100% going to watch this. It's one of the better things we've seen.
Thank you so much.
I even question that you just learned how to animate. I think you're pulling our leg. I think you're pulling our leg.
All right.
But I like the story. But I like the story anyway.
Absolute liar.
It is like a good underdog's tale.
I think you haven't figured out. I'm gonna even go against Walter. I think you actually got it, and I think you did a good job being on the spot and being questioned all the shit that we just threw you. So I'll check it out.
Damn, Cam showed some knee. He really likes your show. He really likes it.
See what I'm saying? When the knee comes out,
when the knee comes out, okay.
That's almost as good as the bag.
Yeah.
What I really would like to see is the Cam's Wheelhouse logo come back.
Yeah, I like that you've really been watching because we haven't even said you in a long time.
Yeah, because we can't use our graphics right now.
Right. Actually, I can't add those back in. I need to get off. Get
We
that shit together.
appreciate it, man. You're number one. We'll 100% look at everything you have. You've proven yourself, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Good
man.
show.
Wow.
He
That was impressive.
Yeah. Something that I was bringing up, this like incompetency of your main character. I feel like we see that a lot, and it's to a
because
point...
we've talked about this.
No.
It's a catalyst for a good comedy character.
I know, but it's to a point that it's like
It's
that.
kind of worn out.
How he's incompetent needs to
That's
be
the question. How? Yeah.
very fresh and new, and I think that's what I was like. I was really confused about, like, even why, like, the Chip character at the top felt much more
Like the
interesting,
penguin.
and I was like, okay, I
He's
want to
like a
like follow
fucked up
this
penguin.
guy, and then and then we're following Jacob, and I was like, okay, what's his deal?
I like pulling the knee out as the symbol that you're like feeling the pitch. So
It should have been like just a code for just like, all right, let's get the fuck through with this, or this shit's fucking hot.
What I was gonna tell you guys is that the show that I started watching yesterday, I started watching Girlfriends, which I've never seen before.
Oh, I was
because you don't have any.
I was at my I was watching that with my mom. I watched the first, who had never seen it, and Girlfriends has to be a show from like '95 or something.
It's from 2000.
Is it from 2000?
Mm-hmm.
It feels very '90s.
Yeah.
My mom had never seen it. She was really enjoying it too. It's a good
I
show.
had never seen it, and I thought it was interesting in the first episode how quiet the laugh track was. Like
super quiet.
It was
Super quiet.
weird. I
Yeah.
was just like, I don't know, man.
They say jokes and then there's literally
It's
no
like,
laughter. You're like,
yeah, I'm just like, that's not helping.
the first episode
Can I
is
watch
classic
this?
of Girlfriends. I mean, it's worth watching because the first episode is so classic, like 2000 sitcom. It's like, oh, like you're dating my ex-boyfriend, and now he's here. Now you have to hide. Like I have to hide, or him, or that type of thing.
Still don't, and I mean, like, I'm gonna keep on watching, but I don't really understand why Joan and Tony are friends. Like, they don't seem like good friends to each other.
I haven't
For most
revisited
of
enough. I just watched the first episode.
The first episode, I was like, oh, but I watched, I think, 4. It was fine.
Maybe
I'm
this
ready.
I think I
caller-
like living single more.
Do you know what it makes me? Well, I mean, obviously that dating someone's ex-boyfriend, that's a little intense.
Well, yeah, but like then there's other ones. It's a lot of the conflict is between those two characters, and I'm always like,
For the whole series, yeah. Jordy, you know what they
Yeah.
do it for? Comedy.
I understand that.
By the way, shout out to Will Smith and Jaden Smith. I'm
Oh, is
drinking.
it the box
drinking.
water?
Shout out to Will, Jaden, Jada, Willow.
Hmm.
What's Will Smith's other son's name?
Trey.
I like how the caller just
DJ.
flashed his bottle on you.
Hi.
What bottle you got, man?
Ozark. I couldn't afford box water. I couldn't afford that. Got Ozark.
Hey, man. Nah. If you want to try to get spring water is the thing. I don't know if that's it, but you want to try to get spring water. It's better than the purified water.
Bet. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. I'm Dustin. Dustin. It's hard for me to get up in here. Got a better chance to get some Concord Jordans. But
Yo, I actually bought on StockX some, and I haven't bought Jordans in probably 10, 15 years, but I bought whatever those gray ones that just came out are. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're not the Concords, but they're the other ones that no one wanted. Anyway, I got those today.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Walter's the kind of guy
first
that
is Cam in
wears
a good
black Air
mood.
Force
If Cam in a
Ones.
bad mood, everybody else is in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I guess Cam is not in a good mood. So today, my pitch is, I put it in the chat. It's called Chris Conscience. It's a show about a 20-year-old young man that astral projects and defends angelic souls from evil souls devouring them, including his parents. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sorry, that's my phone.
Okay. So I put the I
Eric,
put
you
it in
got
the
that?
chat. I don't know if they see it. I put it in there again.
All right.
What's your name in the chat?
Dustin MZK.
Ah, got you. Here we go.
You see it? Okay. So yeah, this is the show. Chris Conscious is a sci-fi drama with some rom-com, pretty much the guy is he's real spiritual. His dad's Joe, his mom's Donna. Pretty much based off Christ consciousness. I don't know if you guys know about spirituality too much. But it's based off of being pure and things like that. And he pretty much fight evil spirits. And he gains extra abilities on some Dragon Ball Z type mess of doing drugs, getting high. But that's not his core thing. But he gains extra abilities while he smokes. So if you do shrooms, if you go down a little bit, you can see the side effects of his spirituality when he's fighting evil spirits.
Okay.
So is this like an action kind of action adventure type show where we're like following him?
Yeah, it's like it'll be like a sci-fi action drama. You got your comic relief, which is his best friend, which is his homie that just came back in town from Colorado. He's going to introduce him to drugs here and there, and just certain stuff while he.
What is introducing them to drugs lead to? What is that about?
Okay, so like spirits. When he first started astral projecting, right? He astral projects, and in a way, he doesn't really have control of all his astral projecting abilities. Where, like, let's say, when you smoke, I don't know if y'all want to talk about smoking, but like, you feel like you're floating. So he finally unlocks the ability to float, to fly. And then after he unlocks that, he feels like he knows how to do that. And then certain things like shrooms, time manipulation, like ego death. The ultimate goal is like DMT, which is like some Super Saiyan God like situations. And he's also accompanied by PK, Penelope Coates, which I have an idea in my head that they could end up forming a relationship, but they're not actually in a relationship in the beginning. They actually hate each other. And she does psychokinesis, and that's pretty much like his little Robin to his Batman.
Okay.
Oh,
go ahead.
I just wanted to see if you could take us through an episode, but if you have a question, go for it.
No, that's cool.
I just remember a couple weeks back, you guys said y'all wanted something different. I had like a cartoon I was gonna pitch, but I was like, let me hit them with something different. Something that will probably please Adult Swim and give them a different lane to look at.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think this is cool. It's just tough for us to get it in a short period of time. So if there's any like sort of episode that we can get, because it seems like very conceptual, right? And like, I'm sure that there's a lot of layers.
Okay. I wrote an episode, but I gotta go back through it because I wrote it more like a Michael Cera when I wrote it a while back. So I gotta go back and edit it because I've changed like the character's vibe. But he pretty much alternative black kid, and pretty much it starts off with him fighting the evil spirit. After projecting evil spirit, and he fights him, and then it goes through a backstory of his childhood, which leads to the first time he astral projected around his mom when he was playing sleep. And it comes back on to fast forward back to now in the time frame where he's fighting the evil spirit, trying to get to his parents' spirit who died in a car accident, and he's defending them. And pretty much that's the first episode, which is a lot of action. And then it goes into the second episode where PK comes around, where his family pretty much conjured her spirit to come along, and then he meets PK, Smoke. He's trying to figure out this girl. They have a fight scene, which leads to a ghost hunter who comes into town on another episode, and he brings all these evil spirits because ghosts, they don't like to be captured, caught on film and stuff. So they already have an animosity towards this ghost hunter that's probably a fake. So they go to kill him, but little do they know this town is protected by Chris Conscience, which Chris Conscience is pretty much Jesus Christ in a way.
Yo, I think we're gonna have to check out the document. I mean, what you're saying, there's some interesting things being said, but I don't know if anything's really standing out. Like, this is gonna hook people. I think it's an interesting lane genre-wise to take, and we're not against that at all. But maybe we need to read it. I'm really curious what arcade game that is behind you.
This is actually Time Pilot. It actually doesn't work. I have another one over here called Russian Attack that actually works.
I know that. Yeah.
There was something that was in my auntie's house when I was a kid, and they worked, but she left them in the garage for so long, and I'm trying to get them fixed.
That's fine.
I've always wanted
that one don't work, but this one does.
Well, I like the actual look of your deck, and I think you're on to some really interesting things. It's definitely one of those like I said, like big conceptual type ideas that we'd need to read more on. So if we have it in the chat, we'll check it out. And if not, send it.
Okay, it's in the chat. Yeah, it's in the chat. It's in there.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for
All right.
calling, Dustin.
I appreciate y'all. I'll probably be back with more because I got a million
Yeah, we'll
ideas
see you
I gotta
back.
get to y'all.
Absolutely.
Pull on up. Do you think that's a new thing at the like a fair where the guy in the clown suit's like, pull on up, everybody, pull on up to win this plush?
Isn't it step
toy."
right up?
Yeah, but like instead of step up, it's more of pull up because it's such a hot
Oh, because they're trying to get
word,
like the
phrase.
the
Do you get
teens
where
to
I'm
come to
going?
the-
Huh?
To the fair.
Ugh.
All I know is I got a hot question burning a hole in my pocket here.
Eric's segue.
It's the best, right?
What does that say? It's about me?
Tom Tap
Yeah.
from
Who
Deadline.
are you
Legit
asking,
6
Tom
feet.
Tap?
Oh,
Who are you
yeah,
gonna ask?
I'm legit 6 feet. That's not a joke. That's
I
a
am
fact.
also 6 feet, and Walter.
It's a
is
joke.
five.
Jordy, don't undercut.
No.
Don't undercut my actual.
No, I'm just
serious
saying that when
conversation. Don't
we
try to-
stand back
This
to
is what
back, we're the
happens in
same
soc-
height.
This is what happens in
What am I-
society.
what are you
Someone says
talking
a
about?
fact, and then someone else just blatantly lies.
I don't know why you're. I'm trying to confirm, like, as someone who is 6 feet, when we stand back to back, we are the same height.
I've seen it. Tom Tap. If it depends on who you ask. You ask Walter, he's gonna tell you yeah.
Wait a second. All right. Never mind.
We should do a bit where we actually get an expert in to measure Walter. On the
I've been
screen.
measured multiple times throughout my life. I'm 6 feet tall.
All right.
Legit.
All right.
Are you ready to prove
Yeah,
it
your
on there?
spine would say otherwise.
Same height as Chris Paul.
You're 6 foot with
which
like an
Chris Paul is
extended
like 6
AF1 on your feet.
I bought some Jordans today. That hasn't happened literally probably since I was like.
What inspired
can't-
this purchase?
I just liked them. Because they weren't like I don't like the basketball shoes. A lot of times are just too boxy for me nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But these aren't like basketball shoes. They're like black and gray. I can't remember what they're called, but he reminded me that I did that early this morning. Anyway, shout out to Michael Jordan. Hope he's doing all right.
I want to fucking gamble with that guy. I like competitive. I have a friend who's like a competitive guy who just never really made it in sports, but his competitiveness comes out on betting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And it's like
a lot of people.
fucking dumb thing to bet on because it's like there's really not much skill. It's just half
Betting on
bet
sports.
on.
There's
It's
definitely some
not.
skill in betting on sports. You know what I'm
Well, I mean,
There's human error
Not-
for everything.
saying? Yeah,
But also-
whoever's putting in the chat that I'm 5'9", ban them.
Walter to 5'9".
Who's on it? Eric, can you start ban anyone who says I'm under 6 feet in the chat? I'll take over 6 feet, but ban every single person in the chat who puts that up there.
We'll get
I'm not
Mason.
playing.
We can make a bot just to stamp it out.
Please.
Auto eject.
What's
Hi,
up,
Paul.
man?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. What's
What you
going
got
on
on that
with you?
wall? Hold on, what you got on that? You got
I'm
the
good.
gamer chair. What you got on that wall?
Oh yeah, that's my roommate's whole anime poster wall there.
Damn.
It's got Hunter x Hunter, Dark Souls, all the whole gamut.
Nice.
Sick.
Very fun.
All right. You got
Thanks,
you
yeah.
got your own wall that you got posters on, or
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, did you guys divide up the decorating? Like, hey, you get this wall.
It's like, no, he poked
No,
me.
they were in charge of all that.
Fair.
I see.
It is
All right.
full
He's like, I want to put girls in swimsuits up, but
Yeah. I got Claudia Schiffer poster, but they won't let me.
damn,
I don't
can't
know
say
who that
Claudia
is.
Schiffer.
Who's that?
That was like the ultimate when you're a kid. Like, whoa, Claudia Schiffer.
You were a
Like,
kid. In my day,
You
it
were
was,
a kid.
it
You
was
guys
Samantha
should- when I was a
Fox or
kid.
Vanity.
Yeah, I'm
Or
gonna
Apollonia.
look up Claudia Schiffer. But please.
She's like a supermodel. She was a huge.
Yeah, I you know I'm bad with names, and then after.
No, she was before. She was before your time.
You have a pitch?
So I got this. Yeah, I got a pitch for you guys. It's a 20 or 30 minute live action show. It's called Wolf and Crane. It's very similar to. Have you guys watched Garth Marenghi's Dark Place?
We aired it.
Yeah, I remember watching it off the network, and it's like a show within a show, where Dark Place is a fake author presenting a fake show. Ours is kind of a fake show cribbing off of a real life event. I watched this documentary like 4 years ago called Lovers and Despot. It's about in 1978, North Korea's Kim Jong-il kidnaps South Korean actress Choi and South Korean director Shin into North Korea to force them to make like propaganda films. That went on for like 3 years until 1986. They escaped. And they made a lot of like movies like for North Korea. One of them, the most famous one, is a movie called Pulgasari. It's like their version of Godzilla. So our show presents like this possibly fake film that he never got to finish during that time. And now Adult Swim found it and remade it on all its like original ways.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Wolf and Crane.
Do you have a link, or is it like?
I didn't get to finish it. Sorry.
Well, tell us more.
Yeah.
So yeah. This lost fake film, Wolf and Crane, is about space crew from Korea. They get shot up into space, and when they come back, it's present day 2020, like our lived in 2020. And it's going to tackle like how this communist North Korean is trying to work through 2020 present day, yeah, in America actually.
Man, you're not selling us. You're not selling us.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I wasn't.
No worries. So, go ahead, Cam.
Go ahead. I think we're going to ask the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just curious where this, like, the remake kind of part of this, and maybe I'm not fully getting the concept, because it seems like there's a framework at play here, and then the story is this kind of fish out of water story, but, like, how does this framework, like, continue throughout this?
It's also kind of just like a little bit of cast and crew giving interviews about how it was made, and I guess, yeah.
Listen, I think you have my attention. I think where your head's at, or there's some good jumping off points. I mean, it's tough to see where it goes without like any material. You know what I mean? And it seems like it might be working out now, and that's cool. I think maybe come back when you have it really dialed in, because that'll just give us maybe a better sense of where you're going. But I don't think like where you're headed is a bad lane. You know, it's just tough for us right now.
Okay, I understand. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see these videos. I don't really know much about this. Sick. But
no, I know about those too. It was definitely a big story. So it's interesting. Yeah, there's something in there.
Come back, man.
All right. I will.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Peace. When someone in the chat keeps typing "wait," and my eyes must be going bad, because every time I'm like, it's like, it doesn't say Walt.
I thought you were reading "wait" and then waiting.
Everybody send Walt messages now, and then also confuse it with "wait."
When I was in high school and played basketball, people would yell "ball." I think I took the ball all the time, and it could kind of sound like Walt when it's just all noise, like "ball," and I'm like, oh, like.
Yeah, you can kind of. Yeah.
But then,
it's not easy.
So you were on D, and this would fuck you up, because it seems like
this is just we're on separate baskets, just practicing or whatever. People yell "ball," and a lot of times I would think they said "Walt," and I'm responsive. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy to think that anybody would be wanting to throw the ball to you. So right then and there, you should have known that they were saying "ball" the entire time.
Damn.
When you're not 6 feet, it's kind of tough to really make waves on the court. So
you would know. You would know.
I picked a different sport. Yeah, I was smart, and at least there, you could have done it. Fucking.
Yeah, I could have dominated hockey.
Ring toss.
Right. I could have dominated in hockey. That's a full-on fact.
You could have gotten recruited for hockey.
Easy.
Yeah,
well, there's like 200 people playing. I could have went pro.
For sure.
I just thought of something. Instead of making segues, I'm gonna get a chime. I'll just hit ding when I want to cut in.
When someone's ready.
Yep.
Or okay.
So I don't have to speak anymore.
Hell yeah.
These are the guys, they were in before. They had their document hacked.
Yeah, and their lights are hornier than ever.
Yep.
Fucking yes.
I know. I think it's the tile that makes the light. Like, I feel like I want more lights now.
You know, I had an opportunity to see G.G. Allen live in the late 80s, but
What
man,
happened?
that dude was going to run around smearing shit on
Spraying
people. I was
shit
out.
everywhere?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone thinks they're down with him now. You guys would not go watch a man that would run at you with human shit.
That's why you didn't go, because you thought he might
Yes.
smear shit on you?
Yeah, he would do that. He would just shit in his hands.
Yeah.
No,
and
I
run into the
know,
ground.
Throw
that's
his
why,
shit on you.
That's why you didn't go?
Well, he also, I was not a fan necessarily, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. Because you would have went if you were a fan and he smeared shit.
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
That would suck so bad to get that guy's shit on you. Anyway, what's going on, fellas?
Just really glad to be back on. I've been trying to get on for a few weeks. We've been working ever since we got back on the first time. We got a bunch more stuff to show you.
Great. Let's check it out. Check it out.
You got about 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. We're Arid Zone.
Gotcha.
Okay, there we are.
I'm in a zone like the Bulls at home.
Yeah. So we're a half-hour 2D animation, action, adventure, horror, comedy, psychodrama.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And our
Yeah,
log-
I remember.
All-encompassing shows. I like that.
Our log line is good and evil find a weird new battleground, journey with 4 friends as they fight just to survive in a weird, distorted cartoon reality. So I can go right into the pitch at this point, or you can watch our intro video.
Let's take a look at the
Yeah.
Watch the video.
Is there
Watch the
a
vid.
link in the document, or can you drop a separate one? That's actually preferable.
The link is in the deck, and I locked it all, so it should work.
Okay. Is it
I
where in the
tested
deck is it?
It's right
There we go.
above. It's
Okay.
right there. There it is.
Intro theme song? All right, here we go.
Oh,
Yep. So
What?
I feel like we saw that.
Yeah, that does seem
Yeah,
familiar.
Yeah,
added
but
the
they didn't get a fair
characters in
shot,
since last
so
time.
we're doing.
No, I know. I just thought it was the opening to something more.
Oh, Jordy wasn't satisfied. Do you have another video maybe that you could send Jordy that will
No,
probably
okay.
make
Please
her a
walk
little?
us through it. No, go
Sorry about that.
We've got an animation test for Nutsack Man. That sounds like right up Jody's alley. Oops, wrong button.
He's just getting his jokes off.
All right, here's Nutsack Man.
It's just a little look at what it would look like animated.
Damn, I
And we
mean,
had
he's
made
thick
this
as
one
hell.
actually like 12
Shiny.
years
That's
ago.
a nut or a nut sack?
The nutsack has got a
He's,
wagon on him for
He's
some
kind of
weird
like the
reason.
embodied nutsack of all superheroes combined.
Right, like, but yes, he's got two, like, seemingly like privates going on. One,
Cam is so happy it's a nut sack he can barely talk.
I just can't get over how thick it is. Like, the wagon.
But the wagon is the whole body.
Yeah, but it is that wagon. All right, talk to us.
So I can start reading the pitch at this point, and you can look at some of the color drawings. The color drawings were just as of today, so that's the most recent of what it's going to look like. And the Arizona pitch is there's a proclaimed dictator and mad scientist, Zorko. He creates a machine that blends all space and time, both fictional and non-fictional. Zorko seeks complete control over the new world of Arizona and the town of New Junk City. A junkyard gang of misfit hybrids wakes up in an abandoned theme park far from the city in the Forgotten Zone. Still groggy and with amnesia, the 4 friends are drawn to the glowing pyramid at the center of New Junk City. From the outskirts of the city, the friends discover that Zorko has claimed control of the minds of the creatures of Arizona. Under the guise of security, all the citizens of New Junk City are implanted with mind control chips. The friends realize that they are unchipped and not under the control of Zerko and can move freely in, around, and under the city. They realize that they are the only ones able to question the ridiculous laws and regulations being imposed by the robot police. Over the course of the season, the friends build a clubhouse and form a resistance to Zorko and his control over Arid Zone. While living their day-to-day lives, the Junkyard gang knowingly and unknowingly foil Zorko's plans. With heavy reference and innuendo to pop culture, cartoon, and real history, we unfold the storyline and portray our views of the world while conveying the overall story.
Okay. There's a lot of familiar language in here that we would probably read in a pitch deck, just like straight up. Like, and it's not saying that it's bad. I think what happens is like if we got this, we would go, okay, what separates this from all of these like sort of overarching, you know, brain chip, world at stake, what's going on? You know, like, is it a character? Is it a tone? I guess it's a question for you guys. I mean, it seems like a really original in art, but I guess how would you...
Yeah, we have a whole formula together for every aspect of the world that helps us develop the story. So as soon as we have an idea, we can just plug and play this formula that we have for everything with the colors and the jokes and the storyline.
I don't know if that's great. Like, to have a formula for your stories, because I think that if a story becomes too formulaic, it gets boring to watch. That's kind of my knee-jerk reaction when you say you have a formula to make this show. You know,
we made this for you guys.
Yeah, it's more just to help us create the episodes.
Right.
Yeah, I think, but when you say like the comedy and all this stuff, it's like I'm not getting the comedy in it yet, and maybe it's in there, but I guess that's the question for you. How do you stand out? How does this stand out, right? Like, what is it?
Right. Well, I think once you see something animated, it would make more sense. But those comics you see there, those are kind of a mix-up of a animatic and an episode, like all together. So this is what we would be using, like when we created an animation, like that is the core kernel. But we have several episodes already created right now. We have 9 episodes created, and we're working on a season arc right now for all the 10 episodes that we're working on.
All right, well, we'll check out the comics. I think that'll probably be a good example.
Yeah, we'll check it out. We're out of time, so we gotta go and do this board. But thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for calling in twice. I know that's probably a drag.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
We'll come back with an animation.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would probably be helpful as well.
All right, board
Yeah.
time.
This new iOS, when someone calls you, it doesn't take up the full screen. It just comes up like a notification. That's the first time I recently updated.
Jake was showing
but I guess
me
it
today.
buzzes. So.
I know young Jake's over there. He gets that new iOS for young Jake. That's like oxygen.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. We have like 60 seconds.
Jordan, you think I care about this time?
I know you don't care about the time.
You think I care about this time? Look,
I do not.
I know you're not spiritual, but let the spirits handle this one.
I was just not familiar with the spiritual stuff he was talking about, so I said no.
There's nothing wrong with not being spiritual.
I didn't say it was completely not spiritual. I was just saying when he was talking about like Christ's ascension, I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right,
George.
These are not in any particular order, because we haven't gone over it.
I got
but
Israel ones.
I like Israel because you could tell his voice in there. Like, you can hear him
for sure
in his thing.
Yeah.
Let alone that it's like figured out a little bit more than the others, but.
All right, so where do the rest shake out?
What was Chris Conscious? Oh, that was the guy with the arcade in the background?
Okay.
Yes.
And then we only had one other, which is the last one.
Oh, there was the other one, the guy, Wolf and Crane, who...
Oh, right. I kind of want him to come back and have a better shot.
Yeah,
It's
he needs
intriguing.
to come back.
Yeah.
He got a little nervous, but he had
a good idea.
The right mindset. I don't know. I think I like Chris Conscience over Bananarama, but I kind of like
Really?
Yeah, because I think for an
Just
anime it was
does
like
DMT.
simple.
Yeah.
But then when the drug stuff, I start to tune out. But
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Do the board, Cam.
Okay. Israel. I think Arid Zone actually, for as like, you know, familiar as it is, I think that they put in a lot of work and it shows. They got seemingly, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. It looks like original characters. The plot stuff felt a little heavy, but hey, they got a comic. I'm going with them number 2, and then, or it's give Israel the whole bag.
I think as long as it gets the majority of the bag, I don't really care who's 2 or 3. In
Yeah, I
that.
think Israel might be up close to
All
like
right,
400.
I'm gonna do Israel 400 and Arid Zone 100.
And then not give anyone else.
That's
Not
it.
give it-
Do we have to? You said do the board. This is what happens.
Okay, this is the chaotic Cam board.
Yeah.
Not that chaotic.
Call it
That's
whatever the
happened.
fuck you want.
This
You
is
asked
not
me.
unprecedented.
What happens?
That's what happens when Cam pulls the knees out.
The knees
It's
out.
out of control.
Knees out.
Knees out. 400 word earner. Let's get the fuck out of here.
It's going darker, Mark. Place. I always forget to turn the light.
All right. Well, hopefully next week we have some more.
Along with a special
We
guest.
might have a guest.
Give me some more. No, I think we'll have the guest next week. I think that'll happen.
But there's also some exciting things and more guests that might take.
There's
over
more guests.
in
Yeah.
at least early October. We're thinking.
I'm thinking about three guests total.
And
4. Now I'm thinking of 4 guests total that for sure will be coming through.
Yep. More bag too. So come on over for some bag.
Let's be clear. Diamonds that I got up in my ear stay down for a whole damn year. Let's be clear. I am not one of them. Hustle like none of them. Let's be clear. I am that motherfucker. Go off in this motherfucker. Yeah, you a sucker nigga, fuck a nigga, let a nigga be a nigga. I don't wanna see a nigga bluff a nigga, kill a nigga up. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, what's good? Do what they can't. I